Good morning. December 4th, Thursday. Pre-gym check-in, but it's not a check-in. Just doing a daily dump. I'm pretty happy, man. I was in bed early last night, up early. I only slept about 5 hours, I think, or 4.5 hours, my watch said. I was up at about 4:45, 4:30. Pottered around, tried to fall back asleep. Didn't happen. I had too many ruminating thoughts about technologies I'm working on and my steps for the next today and tomorrow, and talked to a friend of mine about helping me out with InDesign to get that children's book kind of created, get it off to a printer. I spent a bunch of time yesterday looking at printing options and publishing options, and some of them were really expensive, man, like $50 a book, so that's not going to cut it. I'm going to have to find cheaper ways of doing it. So more work on my front. That's okay. I don't mind effort, man. If anything, I always got A+ for effort. Just failed everything else. Anyway, yeah, it's 6:30 in the a.m. and I am at the gym. I'm gonna go in there and do a probably chest, and then I might come back later tonight at about 5 and do back. Haven't been in the gym in 2 days, man, so I feel good. I feel ramped up. The pre-workout's starting to kick in because my skin's crawling. Yeah, I wanna do a couple videos today, daily brain dumps. One of them, I want to discuss ocean, not the ocean, but ocean, the acronyms: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Just give everybody kind of a breakdown as to where I feel I stand based on tests that I've taken and my own interpretation of life. I don't know if that's the Myers-Briggs test or if that's the 4-letter acronym. I know I typically get INTJ-A for architect. I've also gotten -M in previous tests. I think that stands for mediator, which I thought was funny. And I took it one time on a bender, coming off from a bender, 2 or 3 day bender, and I got T, and that was for turbulent, I think. So just shows to go based on your feelings in the moment. Those letters can change, but INTJ was almost always consistent. But anyway, I like the ocean one, so I want to talk about that in another video. I'll record that and then maybe split it into 5 shorts for YouTube display. Just give examples of where I am open and where I'm not. I've identified as conservative for the last 20 years, but I'm not really conservative. I'm not a God-fearing man. I don't believe in God, at least in the sense of the Christian God. I don't know if I believe in higher powers at all. I'm starting to kind of reconcile the idea of a higher version of myself that I could surrender to. I don't like the idea of surrender. That's not in my vocabulary. I've said this 100 times and I'll keep saying it. I will die on my feet before I live on my knees, man. And that means not just human form, but anything form. One of the things I struggle with religion is I'm like, I don't want to cow to anybody. And if that God, whether it's a he or a she or an it, I will not surrender to them. I'm living my life the way I want to live, and if you're so great and powerful, you should accept that. And maybe maybe my interpretation of religion and Christianity is wrong, but I've got a few friends that are pretty religious, and we get in arguments about this, and not arguments, discussions. I don't argue. I don't argue because I'm not trying to prove to you my point. I'm trying to prove to you my point. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. And that's how I see the difference between arguing and debate is, arguing is discussing something with a closed mind that your idea is right and the other person's is wrong. Debating or discussion is more about just being open, man, and just having a friendly conversation and dialogue, a little bit of tit for tat back and forth. And it's what the world needs more of, man. Most people online argue. There's a woman that came up in my Facebook yesterday. I can't remember her name, L. Crawford or something like that. And she's going off about the current U.S. administration and how they're canceling science. And I'm like, I'm a little triggered by that because I'm like, lady, God, if Trump was canceling science, his neocons that are scientifically minded, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, what's that other fella's name? Lucky Palmer, the guys behind Palantir and Facebook, maybe Zuckerberg even, like these guys are scientifically motivated, man. They're building next generation autonomous drones and AI, and the one of those guys is putting rockets on Mars, and you can't go through life with a non-scientific mind and get those kind of things done. So I question that narrative, man, and I fucking hate narratives. I don't like narratives from the left, and I don't like narratives from the right. You know, narratives on the right, when they tell you that, you know, abortion is a sin. I'm just like, man, come on, guys. Like, give your head a shake. There's got to be a common ground. And most people, I do believe in moderate thinking. You know, most of us are kind of reasonable enough to realize, like, you know, there's his truth, her truth, and the real truth, or their truth, my truth, and the real truth, or whatever the case may be. They're, you know what? And I say I'm a conservative for the last 20 years only because I don't know. Fiscally, I'm a conservative. Socially, I'm much more liberal. When it comes to science, I'm super liberal. You know, that's where I'm highest in openness, man, is present to me new data and information and explain it to me in a calm, collected manner. And don't accuse me of stupidity if I argue with you, and you're much more likely to change my brain. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, guys. So I'm just doing a daily gym check-in here. So as always, if you're watching, I see you, I feel you, I appreciate your eyeballs and attention. Thank you. And as a daily reminder, you have a beautiful smile and a beautiful set of eyes. So thank you again for watching. And I like your ears, so listen more too. All that being said and done, I hope you guys have a fantastic, blessed day. I hope you win the lottery, and don't forget about me. I need money, and we'll chat soon. Bye.